Hello, everybody. It's Andy Smith with your weekly book look. Back to a How to Draw book. Pulled off my shelf. If you're new to the book looks, I've got tons of books. I pull one off my shelf once a week. 8 a.m. on Tuesday it drops, and I go through it page by page. If you're interested and it's still for sale, I drop a link where you can buy it. 33-year veteran of the comic book industry. Hello. And thank you for joining me on these book looks. All right, let's get to it with this most recent one, Drawing Cutting Edge Anatomy, the ultimate reference guide for comic book artist, Christopher Hart. Christopher Hart, if you don't know, he started putting how to draw books out before I put mine out through my book, Drawing Dynamic Comics. He had a couple out, and then he just blew up. One of the reasons is he hires out. Oh, and this book, by the way, when I bought it, whoever opened the box put a nice slice right through the first few pages. I taped it, and then I was just like, forget it. I don't care anymore. So back to the story. Christopher Hart can pump out these books, and they were all through Watson Guptill, and then he did his own. This is years ago, Hart Publications, I think. He still puts them out. But he hires a bunch of artists to work on the book, because Christopher Hart, I mean, he's an okay cartoonist, but a lot of this stuff isn't in his wheelhouse. So contributing artist Ron Adrian, my buddy Darryl Banks worked on Green Lantern. I worked over him on Green Lantern. Will Conrad, Keron Grant, spelled his name wrong. Christopher Hart did art on pages 110, 130 through 135. Adriana Mello, Pop Man, and Nicola Scott, where you'll know from Wonder Woman and stuff like that. Cover art, Darryl Banks. I knew that just by looking at it. I know Darryl's stuff pretty well. Cover color, modded design, interior color, Brimstone. Anyhow, so that's why I buy these. I love how to draw books, and I love them when they have cool art. So I bought this back when it came out in 2004, and it's pretty cool, I gotta say. I just wish it didn't have the slit right there through it. That just annoys the crap out of me. Oh, that's what I meant to do. I want to see if that was Darryl Banks. That's page 6. I bet that is Darryl. 1, 2. Oh, no, it's not. Let's see. Who did page 6? Oh, Pop Man. Okay. Anyhow, so going through it, I mean, there's some good stuff in this book. I'm not going to lie. I bought it, like, this I think is awesome. This is Kiran Grant. I love Kiran's work. I discovered it on a book called Gazillion he did, and then he did Kaboom for Rob Liefeld, and then he had a great run on Iron Man. And what I like is, I just love, and this, you know, Kiran doesn't draw all the muscles all the way through like this all the time. This is just for this, kind of like the Byrne Hogarth books. But I dig the proportions and stuff. It's got kind of an anime feel to it. It's got the ladies in here and the dude. And let's see, page 14. Who drew those on page 14? Because I don't think that's Kiran. I'm not going to do this for every page, by the way. Page 14. Pop Man did these mannequins. These are great mannequins to practice drawing. And this is Kiran again. This, I don't know who it is. Like I said, I'm not going to keep going back and forth, but I do like it. Average People, that's us. 7 heads. Hero 8. Anti-hero is 10. I don't quite know what the anti-hero is. Brute 12, Giant, I mean, 15 heads. All this is just really up to the artist, what they want to do. More Kiran stuff. Once again, main reason I bought this book, Kiran, Darryl Banks. Just love it. Love that. I never did get him to do a drawing of First Man. His art has evolved so much, I don't even know if he could go back and draw in this type of style, but I would love a drawing of First Man like this stuff. All right, then we get into the primary muscles in action. I mean, it's okay. I kind of do wonder why he didn't just pick one guy to help him do this book. Christopher Hart did reach out to me about working on a book for him, but his contract, man, woof, back at the time, forget about it. It was very restrictive after you did some art in one of these books. And I was like, no, thank you. So, you know, I did a few. But he's made a career out of doing these books. And I got to tell you, he's probably got a ton of money and whatnot. That's how he built his brand, and good for him. Prime locations for I do like this. Real quick to go back, just showing. I don't even know if that's accurate, if that's right, but it's cool. It's a nice roadmap to go from. I know that's the femoral artery right there, and if you slice that one, same with the carotid artery right there. Woo! Say goodnight. More Kiran Grant contour stuff, very important. When you're drawing skin-tight costumes, to make sure you get the contours right on the body. I think this is very helpful. The effects of lighting on the body. This is also Keron Grant. 3 light sources, lighting from below. Very cool, just a handy little reference guide. The neck and head. Nice little thing on simplifying eyes. I am curious what pages Nicola Scott worked on. So 48 to 50, 97, 99. All right. So 48 to 50 when we get there. This is nice. Look at that. I got a boo-boo this morning on a rusty nail. And wouldn't you go figure, I looked at my medical records. Last time I got a tetanus shot, 10 years ago. So now I have to go get a tetanus shot. Yay. Yay me. Anyhow, 48. I already forgot. 48 to 50. So the next page is Nicola Scott. Oh yeah, I can see that. Man, I don't understand why people can't draw ears properly. It's just a Y shape on the inside of the ear, people. It's not that difficult. It's actually rather easy once you get used to it. All right, back to some other stuff. Head, neck, shoulder area. The chest and abs. Wah, 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 wah. Who did this stuff? Page 55. See, I'm trying to help you guys out, looking around. Will Conrad. I knew that was Will Conrad. Knew it. '57. This is Darryl Banks. I do like Darryl stuff. I had such a great time inking Darryl when he was doing Green Lantern. I think I did 4 or 5 issues, if you're curious. Nice crunching down there. Cool stuff. It's cool with the different artists because you do get to see the different rendering styles as well. But nice basic shapes here. Building a figure. The female torso in motion. Now we get into the back. It looks like Darryl Banks as well. Oh yeah, I believe that is. That's Will Conrad again. Kind of lumpy back there, not quite sure. It looks like it's a little over-rendered. This is Darryl Banks. This is much better. Showing some of the forms and such. So I gotta tell you guys, you can probably get this book for like $5, $6 if you're interested. And like I said, I'll look. If I find a link for it on Amazon used, I'll definitely grab it for you. This is really cool here. 1, 2, 3. Going down, they fan out. And you see how they pull apart and stuff, or pull away. Yeah, this is all Will Conrad. This is Darryl. the arms and hands. So, I mean, he's really breaking it down into the different body shapes and stuff. I believe this is all Mr. Darryl Banks. Really simplistic. Yeah, this is Darryl. So that's from the cover. Kind of like that color better. And breaking down the hands into easier ways to draw, basic shapes, things like that. And this is nice, seeing hands in different little postures and whatnot, poses. The pelvis, legs, and feet. This is also Darryl Banks here. I believe a lot of this stuff is Darryl. I did have a good time inking Darryl. Oh yeah, this has got to be Darryl 104. Let me see. Oh, it's not. Well, shuck my bridges. 102. All right, who did 104? Oh, wow, it's Ron Adrian. I thought that was Darryl. Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah, I can see that. That is Ron Adrian. You could almost say that's little Lady Deathish, except she needs a little bit bigger in the upper body, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this is Ron Adrian. Okay. But it's cool seeing like the smoothed out finished version, but then you see the draw through of the anatomy, the trouble spot, the knee. These are good angles to remember right there. Back view. Nice little thing on feet. Smelly, smelly feet. Putting shoes on. Just quick and simple to show. You know, this book is a nice little handy reference guide that you could have next to your desk, as well, of course, as Drawing Dynamic Comics. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah, this is Ron Adrian for sure, now that I'm seeing more of it. Yeah, it's cool. Elements to practice, how to begin. So breaking down on beginning some drawings and stuff. That is Will Conrad. I don't know who that is on 125. Could be Ron Adrian again. That's Will Conrad. But it's nice just to see the basic structure here, because this is what's really important. The surface stuff, that's easy to learn, honestly, guys. It's the structure and proportion you want to get down. Got to get that stuff down first. The biz, starting out, the ash can and other strategies. Oh, there you go. So a little talk about breaking into the business. Nice. Interviews. Oh, he was able to get the license for Marvel to do stuff. An interview with Mike Martz. So back when Mike was an editor at Marvel. So that's cool. I'm sure some of the stuff he talks about is still worthwhile. Interview with Chris Warner, Dark Horse. Chris just retired. Scott Alley, who is not at Dark Horse anymore. If you want to look up why, you can Google Scott Alley and find out some of the creepo stuff he's done. And then the end of the book. So here you go. Over 1.5 million copies in print in 15 languages. So guys, I can already tell you, he makes more than $1 off of every book. And this is in 2004. So, yeah, let's say he makes $1 off every book. That's $1.5 million. He probably makes around 3. So you can do the math. Chris Hart has made and he's still putting these books out. So he has definitely made a name for himself. These are just some of the other ones he has out. I will tease you next week, yes, Drawing cutting edge comics. What is cutting edge? Apparently, it's kind of like the Dark Hero stuff. Lady Deathlook in there. We'll delve into this one next week. Let's see if there's contributing artists here, who they are. Marlo Alquiza, Bill Anderson, Darryl Banks, Talent Caldwell, Brian Denham, Dave Hoover, J.J. Kirby, love his stuff. Mike Leake, Grant Mime, Dan Norton, Mark Pasella, Dan Panosian, inked one page, Al Rio, Billy Tan, R.V. Valdez, Nate Van Dyke, Joe Welchins. So there you go. That's next week. This week we delved into Drawing Cutting Edge Anatomy. Thank you for joining me on this book look every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Be here, be square. Like, subscribe, share. Never miss a video. On Thursdays, I drop the old time-lapse videos of me drawing a character, as you've seen the past few weeks. If you've been following, if you haven't, shame, shame. I've been drawing the Thundercats, Lino, and then it was Tigra, and then Panthro. Last week was Chitara. Put your guesses in the chat. What time lapse is coming up this week in the series? It's more Thundercats goodness. I will see you guys later. Guys, Nice and Tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. It is closing this week, most likely on Friday, doing a live stream. So join me Friday for when we close out Nice and Tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. It's time to put that baby to bed so I can get it to the printer and fulfill to all you wonderful backers. If you haven't backed it yet, what are you waiting for? Check out this awesome video about the book and go sign up for Kor-Drath, The Awakening, the next volume in the Kor-Drath saga. Check that out. See you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody. Nice and Tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. This book features 52 pages of some of my favorite full pencils that I did for other companies over the past 2 decades. The raw pencils as they were seen by the inker, and now you can see them for the first time. This book also comes in a digital format so you can practice your inking in your favorite program. Back it today.